Hello, my name is Junganeli, and today we are going to be joining a Zoom class. So make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Back to our slides. Now that is how Kohlberg tells us that our morals grow in 6 stages that are grouped into the 3 levels. Uh, when you look at Kohlberg moral development theory, I teach it in terms of business, how I apply it in business because it is applicable in business. Now, but for Kohlberg, he said that he based his theory on growth of children, how children grow, that at different stages, people grow certain morals. However, me, I'm going to use the business as well as our daily life experiences. Now, what happens here is that, sorry, when you look at the 3 levels, we have the pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. Now I'm going to use the table on your right. On your right, that one, the one you see on your right, is the table that I'm going to use. However, this one is just both are the same. They are the same, but the simpler one is the one on your right. So it's the one that I'm going to use. The one on your right, the words that I'm not going to use are the premoral level. Please don't use premoral. Why? Because you might find that someone who's going to mark you might not be conversant with the premoral level. The most common one is the pre-conventional. So if it is me, for example, going to mark the number, if it is said by the way, I can understand and I will mark it because I know it, and that is it. Premoral means pre-conventional level. So let's look at pre-conventional, we look at conventional and post-conventional, non-principled level. Now, what happens here is that at the pre-conventional level, there are 2 stages. Kohlberg says that at stage one is morals, all our morals are guided by the availability of rules and regulations to obey so as we avoid punishment. The stage that is, it terms to be obedience and punishment, where you're seeing punishment, avoidance, and obedience. The major organization of that is obedience and punishment. That there are punishments, there are laws for people to obey so as to avoid punishment. At that stage, you're going to find that you look at yourself as you are growing up. Your parents told you no stealing, no escaping, no doing this. And whenever you could do that, they could punish you. So you grew up to that stage where you are, knowing that stealing is bad, because when you steal, there are implications for stealing. They will beat you, they will do what? Now, that is it. When it comes to business, even in businesses, it so happens that when you join a business, there are rules that govern that business. There are rules, there are policies, there are what. Once you go against these, you're punished. They will dismiss you, they will cut your salary, they will do what, all that stuff. Another example could be at that same stage that I, Chigundu, I'm working at MOBS as the lecturer. If I do not teach you, they can sack me, they can, so any of that. Now, under the Haynes dilemma, sorry, my internet has gone off because someone was trying to call. When it comes to Haynes dilemma, Kohlberg could choose not to steal the drug because he has to follow the society laws, because if you don't follow, he's going to be punished. He's going to be taken to prison. So he would choose not to steal the drug to avoid punishment. Now, the other thing that takes us to stage 2. Stage 2 is exchange of favors. I'm hearing some little noise. Exchange of favors. Nsubuga, Davin, please. Stage 2 is exchange of favors. At times I call it individualism and exchange. Individualism and exchange. Now at that stage, people no longer want to go as per the set rules, the regulations in place, and they don't fear the punishments. What they do is what serves their interest at that particular time. What is more important at that particular time is what people do. What is more important to them. So at this stage, people normally follow their individual interests. What is more important to them at that particular time, that they will even choose not to do what is right, because what is more important to them at that particular time is it satisfies them. For example, when you look at yourselves, none of you stole sugar once. You kept on stealing sugar, not once, not twice, and you could peep to see whether mommy is coming or mommy is there. And that peeping is because there was something pushing you. You want sugar, gun steal it. That is individual interest, all individualism. In the same way, even in businesses, you come up with, you put rules, you're supposed to reach at work at exactly 8, but people come at 8:30. Some come at 9. Some they come late because maybe they were with their husbands. Some come late because maybe they were doing other things that are more important to them at that particular time. For example, you will find that I might come late first because destined to come late. But at that particular time, maybe I had something that was more important. Someone should please help us tell Namuga.
Let me change some. Sorry.
Just okay then. Thank you very much, Namuga. Now, stage 2, I was saying that even in businesses, assume that whenever I might come late 30 minutes past my actual time to class, when maybe the 30 minutes I was doing my own stuff, maybe I was with friends jazzing, I was laughing, I was doing something just for that benefits me, not my class. Paul Tana, please. Paul Tana, thank you. Also, Jesus Christ. So at that stage, under the Haynes story, you will find that Haynes chose to steal the drug because at that particular time he wanted to save his wife. So he's stealing because he wants to save his wife. At that particular time, stealing was the most appropriate act to him. That is stage 2. Now that takes us to level 2, the conventional level, with stage 3 and 4. At stage 3, good boy, good girl, at times the actual stage is called interpersonal relations. The good boy, good girl is a term that is another way you can address it, but it is called interpersonal relations. Now, at stage 2, our morals are influenced by the availability of people that would want to relate with. That we want to belong to a certain group of people. We want to be friends with someone. But for us to be able to relate with these people, to be friends with these people, we have to change our behaviors such that they suit those people that we want to relate with. This is common among you students, that you will find that a student, today you join campus, you used not to booze. You're now boozing like nothing, not because you were destined to booze, but because the people you relate with, your friends now you have, are people who booze. You look at your Muslim friends, all brothers and sisters. You joined campus, you used to pray 5 times a day, but now you pray 2 times. Why? In between here, most of your friends are Christians. They pray 2 times, but during the day they be doing other things. Now, as they are doing other things, you also join them. forgetting that you're skipping your role. You're supposed to be praying. So your behaviors, your morals are influenced by people that you would want to associate with. It could be your mother. If you want to be a good person to your mother, what happens? Your mother tells you, stop stealing, such that you're my friend. You will end up stop stealing. In organizations, people will now start associating with people they want to be friends to. For example, if I become, this is an education institution, if the people I want to associate with are good in research, I might end up doing research, because they will spend most of their time doing research, and I will end up also doing research. If the people that I join are these people who take advantage of students, I will also end up doing the same thing, because this is what this is what their jazz is all about. So that is stage 3. Now, under stage 3, using Haynes, it depends on the relationship. There is someone who asked me in the chat room that, what could you do if it was you, Mr. Chiku? I said that it depends on the relationship I have, the love I have for my wife. If I love my wife so much, if we are so related, it means that I'm likely to steal the drug to save her. If I don't have that love for her, trust me, she will die. She will die and life will go on. I will find another one. So it depends on the relationship. If Haynes was so much in love with the wife, could steal. Maybe that's why he stole, because he was so much in love with the wife. Now, that takes us to stage 4. Stage 4 is maintaining social order, where you see law and order, maintaining social order. Now, maintaining social order simply means that our morals are going to be influenced by the mere fact that we want to maintain order in society, not chaos. That if we try to change the way society behaves, we are likely to cause chaos. So if we find society that is in harmony, our behaviors will be, even if they are against society, we will find ourselves that we calm down, leave the society the way it is, and maintain order. For example, in businesses, you will find that a Christian will join, a Christian might join, a Muslim might join a Christian-based organization. Or, she might join a Christian-based organization and find all female staff putting on short clothes. Now, she cannot start her advocacy for people to put on long clothes. No, if she starts that, it means that she is causing chaos. She is distorting order. She's just causing chaos. Now, at that stage, what she has to do is to just leave the way things are. Put on your long clothes, but leave others with their short clothes. It is like, for example, you join MOOCs, you're a lecturer, now you start telling students, me, as you're coming to class, you're supposed to put on long clothes. You're telling girls, you're going to cause chaos for nothing. Leave them, even if they are not good for you, they make you feel different, just leave them. You just maintain order by looking at them. Or as they are coming, entering, close your eyes. So as you maintain order. Now, under Haynes' story, you'll find that Haynes would choose not to steal if the society where he stays believes in order, not stealing. So he might leave the wife die. But if he's staying in a ghetto, where you steal a screen, a TV, and your neighbors even hide you as police is chasing you. For example, you go to Kasokoso, people are stealing electricity. You will end up also stealing, even if you you might not steal, but you can't go against people who steal, and you start bringing people, hey, my neighbor is stealing electricity. If you're not stealing, let it be you. Don't steal. But others, hey. So it takes us to stage 5, under the post-conventional level. Post-conventional level is social contract. Now, at this stage, you do exactly what society does. Your behaviors are influenced by society norms, values, and beliefs. you do exactly what society does. You start acting like society. If you join ghetto, you start behaving like people in ghetto. If they are stealing electricity, you start stealing. I have a colleague here. She told me that I went to visit her, and she told me, by the way, I asked her how much she uses for electricity every month. And she told me that she doesn't pay electricity. She steals electricity. Where does she stay? Kasokoso. Imagine. And she's stealing electricity. But remember, she's a lecturer. Huh? And I asked her why she's stealing electricity. She told me, this is how we live in Kasokoso. People steal electricity in Kasokoso like nothing. But you people, don't tell them. It's just someone told me. I don't know how true it is. I might be passing in Kasokoso and someone hits me. Now, under Haynes, if Haynes is in, let's say, Kasokoso, he will steal. He will steal. Even neighbors will support that. Hey, let him steal because, yeah. But when it is in Muyenga, they will beat you like nothing, my brother, if you steal. So if in Muyenga, you be like, okay, I cannot steal. Society does not believe in stealing. Let her die. And she dies. Hey, continue with life. You come back to MOBS and get another one. Now, universal ethical principle. Now, universal ethical principle is the last stage of on Kohlberg moral development theory. Now, here, our behaviors are influenced by universal principles. That we behave in a certain way because we want to respect the rights of others. We don't want to go against the rights of others. So, if you are a student and you're working in Umeme, this was just for class. Please do not go to Kasokoso and cut people's electricity. No, it was for class. Assume that you didn't hear anything to do with Kasokoso. So I was saying that under stage 6, universal principles, our morals are influenced by the fact that we want to respect the rights of others. For example, I have to be forced to respect the rights of my students by teaching them. I have to behave well. I'm a teacher. They have a right to information. Why do I mistreat them? So that is stage 6. So that is Kohlberg. Now, at that stage, Haynes might choose to not to steal because the owner of the drug has a right to own a property. It is his property. He worked for it. So that is called Kohlberg development theory.
Excuse me, sir.
You are excused, Madam Barbara.
I beg your pardon on stage 5.
Stage 5 is one's morals are influenced by society norms, values, and beliefs. People start behaving exactly how society behaves. For example, you joined Kasokoso, you found people stealing electricity. You don't believe in stealing. After some time, you also start stealing electricity. Hey, you're believing in now stealing. The same thing, you join a company, you're a Muslim, you are putting on long clothes, but now people, after some time, you also change your long clothes. You put on short clothes. So that is society, social contract. If it is Haynes would choose to do whatever he does based on what society believes in. If Haynes was staying in Kasokoso, where stealing is normal, he would steal. I'm saying I'm lying. I'm just using okay. Any ghetto area. So that is it. I don't know whether I've made it clear, Barbara. Barbara, are you fine with it now? Yes, Hassan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Yes, Hassan is saying, how is stage 4 and 5 different from each other? Because I'm seeing the influence of social life in
now stage 4. Still, I'm going to use Kasokoso, yeah? Now, okay, Namuga, please. At stage 4.
Jesus.
At stage 4, it is you go to Kasokoso, you find people stealing electricity, but you don't steal. you don't have to start calling umeme. That you people come and find people stealing electricity. That is, you are causing chaos. So what you have to do is you keep quiet, buy your electricity, leave those who steal. There, it means you are maintaining social order. Stage 5, after some time of you maintaining that order, you end up also stealing. You start stealing, you also start stealing electricity. I don't know whether you've got it. Have you got it?
Yes, Mr. I understood.
First stage.
Stage what, Betty?
1.
Stage 1. Stage 1 is obedience and punishment. For example, you, Betty, used to steal sugar. Your mother caned you like nothing to stop stealing sugar. And you grew up knowing that stealing, because when you steal, they beat you. So your morals up to now, you've grown up to that stage knowing that stealing is bad because there are punishments for stealing. I think that I've made it clear.
Yes.
Okay. Someone had raised up a hand, but I think she has got it or he has got it. Now, let's go to stage 6. Someone is saying, pardon, stage 6. Stage 6 is your behaviors, your morals are influenced by universal principles. You start behaving in such a way that you have to respect the rights of others. For example, if it is Haynes would choose not to steal because it is not good to steal someone's property. Someone has a right to own a property. Why would you steal it? Me, I'm in class teaching because I have to respect your right to education. At that stage, my actions are in respect for students' rights. Then if it is in business, a business at that stage would choose to pay employees because they have given a service. So the action of paying employees is in respect for their right. I don't know whether I've made it clear. Someone who had asked in the chat room. Now let's go to factors influencing ethical decision making. Factors that influence our behaviors, our ethical decision making. We have individual and we have institution. The individual factors are, we have the stages of moral development. All of the stages of moral development theory are individual factors. So you can use them as you want because I've showed them to you. I've taken you through them. Personal values and morals, our morals as individuals, our values as people. What do we value most? Caring. It means that if you care, if something is related to caring, you will make ethical decision. If you don't care, you will make an ethical decision. Let her die, let her do this. Family influences. Some of you booze like nothing because your family is booze like nothing. Some of you eat people, you eat fresh, human fresh, because you come from Rakai and Ichagwe. So your families influence your behaviors. Peer influence. Some of you, as I told you, you booze like nothing, not because you are supposed to booze, but your friends booze and sleep in trenches. You also do that. Then life experiences, what you experienced earlier on might influence you to make a better decision, maybe. For example, if a girl gets aborts this month, or aborts, has those who have ever aborted, they can experience and start making better informed decisions. I won't sleep with a guy without putting on a protection or a protector. I can't do this because I've ever experienced ABCD. Someone is saying, can take me to Chagwa. You alone. Also, there are other factors, individual factors. Age. For example, Jingo, can you stand in front of your father's? Okay, can you get a cup or a plate and urinate in it at home? You can't at that age where you are, but you used to do that. When you were 2 years, you could go urinate in a plate, you urinate in a cup at 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, it is fine with you. But where you are right now, you can't. Once you do it, we take you to Butabika. Wanyama is saying you can. Okay. Then we also have other factors like, let me see, I want to run away from my head. The gender. Women are caring. So in most cases, they are likely to make some ethical decisions than men. Women, we are different. We only care if we want something. After that, the care goes away. It runs away. Someone is asking me to explain more stages. I will explain. Let me first finish up here. Now let's look at institutional factors influencing our ethical decision making. Ethical leadership. Assume the principal was cheating. Do you think that would also cheat? So given the fact that the leadership we have is ethical, does not cheat, then we don't have to. You don't have to play around with it. Corporate ethical culture. The way we do things in organization also influences. For example, in MOOBS, we have a central marking system. In Makerere, it is different. In Ichambogo, it is different. The lecturer goes with notes. And what happens? Those are the people you will find. They will call, hey, come, we do this. Now, the corporate culture, ethical culture influences. Rules and regulations. You people, if they remove a rule on copying, and they don't put it that if you're caught copying, you're going to be disqualified. I'm telling you, all students will copy. EDM is ethical decision making in full. That is my own EDM, ethical decision making. Is in ethics, my own. So if you use it anywhere else, it is up to you. Someone is saying that is giving an example that can you say that if the president is corrupt, that's why we have so much corruption scandals in the I don't know. It is that is not that is not me. Zoom is I don't know.
What I do that the president is corrupt.
We continue. We leave that. We continue. We had rules and regulations here. Now, when it comes to rules and regulations, there are so many students who want to copy. Someone should mute. You student, you want to copy, but because we have a rule that copying, we dismiss you don't copy. Punishments. People start making ethical decisions because they fear punishment. Now, code of conduct, that people, they have their professional code of conduct. It tells them you're supposed to conduct yourself in such and such a way if you're in this profession, as an accountant, as a doctor. Code of ethics, the behaviors that are accepted. But if these are in place, then we have to behave in such and such a way. Then code of practice, also the same thing. I'm going to explain these last three in the next slide. That's why I don't give them much. Now let's look at tools of ethical decision making. Now these are ethical tools. Sheila Matovu, Kasai, please mute. Thank you. Now, tools of ethical decision making or ethical tools. These are ethical tools. Integrity. Integrity is the ability of someone or an organization to do what is right, even when no one is seeing, doing the right thing, being honest, being considerate of all other people. So doing the right thing is what integrity is all about. You don't even have to lie. So it is a tool for ethical decision making, all ethical tool. Then code of conduct is a guideline that a guideline for professionals and organizations on their conduct. For example, as a teacher, as a doctor, how are you supposed to conduct yourself in your profession? You're supposed to be caring in your profession. For example, as a teacher, I'm supposed to be considerate of my students. I have to make simple of what I'm teaching to aid learning to take place. As a doctor, you're not supposed to be aggressive. Someone has come, is sick, she's sick, then you become aggressive to that person. That is a code of conduct. Now, code of ethics, the behaviors that are accepted in all professions. Which behaviors are those? For example, respect, responsibility, being accountable. Those now, code of ethics, it cuts across all professions. It is not to a particular profession, it cuts across. The behaviors that are expected, all are expected of us in our professions as well as in organizations. On integrity, I talked about being true, or being ethical, morally right, and just in everything that we do. That is integrity. That you're true to yourself, you're doing the right thing even when no one is seeing. At times, we normally hide ourselves to do certain things, and that makes us people that lack integrity. I'm sorry, Betty. Betty's saying I'm a bit rushing because I want to beat time. Okay, I'm sorry. Integrity, for example, who has never lied in this class? None of you has ever lied. So you can't be a person of it. None of you in this class is a person of integrity. It is only the facilitator who is a person of integrity. That is Mr. Chigundu Tony. Is the only person of integrity. Jingo, no. Jingo can't be a person of integrity. Jingo has always been lying. Now, me, I don't lie. Me, I'm always open. I'm always free. Even when no one if you work on a link, it is up to you. God knows. Me, I know myself.
But you're full of assumptions.
Okay. Someone is saying too much gamble, others. Okay. But remember, I'm the person marking. So whatever you write, no, I'm the person writing. Sorry, marking exams.
No.
Yeah. Now we have code of practice.
So maybe lacking in.
Beg your pardon? Okay, let's continue. Code of practice is more of
Excuse me.
Yes, please, Jordan.
I'm kindly requesting you to help me on how to reference these points to ethical decision making. I'm getting the explanation how to relate the point. Yes, the tools to decision making.
Okay, now the tools for ethical decision making are things that guide you in making the rightful decisions as a person. And then also at times they normally refer them to ethical tools. Things that build your ability to make right decisions in life, in organizations. Now, for integrity, if you're a person of integrity, it means that it will guide you. You're going to always make the right decisions, even when no one is seeing you. Now, if you're not a person of integrity, you're a person who lies like Jingo. You always, now lying is making an ethical decision because you are affecting another party in the process of lying. When it comes to code of conduct, what is expected of you in your profession? For example, as you're trying to do your work is it acceptable as a marketeer, as someone in accounting, as someone in finance, to go against certain things that you take advantage of your customers? Is it allowed? Now, in your profession as an accountant, at the back of your mind, you're supposed to protect the interest of the stakeholders. If it is a business entity, you're going to do auditing, code of conduct is very key. Whatever you're going to report has to be in the interests of all the stakeholders that help the business achieve its goals. If it is code of ethics, remember you are accountable. Then if you do not consider all of these, it means that you're going to be a person who makes unethical decisions. I don't know whether I've helped you, Jordan. Jordan, have I tried to make it clear?
Yes, I've got more light about the point.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, I was talking about code of practice, how you're supposed to practice, certain things you're supposed to do in your profession, in your organization. As a teacher, you're supposed to go to class with a marker. I'm supposed to teach, if it is teaching online, I'm supposed to have information that I'm going to talk about. I display it for students to see. If I'm a doctor, before I inject someone, put on gloves. If you don't put on gloves, it is not a code of practice. For you, if you are a lawyer, you're going to court. They normally put on those are they called those things they put on. God knows. etc. When it comes to whistleblowing, is the act of reporting a wrongdoing. Now, if there is a system, a whistleblowing practice in an organization where people are able to report a wrongdoing, that is a tool for ethical decision making. People will always fear to do wrong things because they are going to be reported. Punishments, if there are punishments, people will always fear to be punished. They will always choose what is right. Today we are in society, even when your wife pisses you off, you feel like slapping and kicking her, you fear that you're going to be taken to police. Rules and regulations, if they're in place, things will always go the right way, the right direction. Now, that marks the end of ethical tools, sorry, not the end of ethical decision making. We have corporate culture and we have ethical leadership. I have the end. However, I have 3 slides remaining. But those 3 slides, the remaining part is as simple as eating matoke. So even if I don't take you through it, because it is where I've set my small assignment. This assignment, I want it at the end of the what? Someone was asking, I'm going to come and I'm going to talk to you. When it comes to this assignment, woman of God, when it comes to this assignment, corporate culture, corporate ethical culture, or ethical culture and ethical leadership, I want you to discuss them in reference to questions, past questions in past papers. So I want you to discuss these 2 topics. You just make a write-up based on the past papers, that questions in past papers. If you don't do it and that question comes, it is up to you. So I want to do that, and I want you to send me that assignment 3 weeks to exams. 3 weeks to exams. Latest should be 2 weeks to exams. Please send it because I have to look at it and see. Please do this assignment, send it on my email. It will help you somewhere, somehow. You never know, things change. If you don't do it, it will be up to you. But if you do it well and better, it helps you. I want the work, Anna, I want the work 2 weeks to exams or 3 weeks to exams. So you don't have to put yourself on pressure. It is an assignment, a class assignment. It is not a coursework. Coursework, I'm going to send it. If not today, tomorrow your course leaders will have it. It is going to be a take home. That's my number. Let me see. The first one is on WhatsApp. Let me see, 07809312. Now, all of those numbers are registered on mobile money. Hey, sorry, I've shared them with only one person. So all those numbers are registered on mobile money. They are in my name, sir. So now I want to respond to those who have issues in things that I've taught, such that I help you understand them. But I want to, by show of hands. The assignment is individual, not what? It is not group work, individual. Do it, send it on my email. Take your time, you don't have to rush.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.